They say Gardner Manor has been empty for 50 years. Perched on a hill overlooking our sleepy town, it's a skeletal silhouette against the moon. The local kids dare each other to touch the rusty gates, but no one ever goes further. No one until last week. No one until my friends and I, fueled by teenage boredom and cheap energy drinks, decided to break the unspoken rule. Our flashlights cut through the thick, dusty air as we stepped inside. The grand foyer was a tomb of decaying elegance. Portraits with judging eyes watched us from the walls, their painted smiles twisted into sneers. A grand staircase spiraled up into darkness, and from the top, a faint, rhythmic sound echoed, a slow, methodical thump. Thump, thump. It sounded like a heartbeat. "It's just the old house settling," Leo whispered, but his voice trembled. Maya clutched her phone, trying to get a signal, but the screen just showed static. We were completely cut off. We decided to explore the ground floor first, sticking together. The library was a wreck of overturned shelves and shredded books. It was in the dining room that we found the first truly unsettling thing. The long mahogany table was set for a grand feast. Dust-covered plates, tarnished silverware, and crystal goblets were all in place. But at the head of the table, a single chair was pulled out, and on the plate sat a withered, blackened apple, looking unnervingly fresh despite the decay around it. That's when we heard it again. Louder this time, thump, thump, thump. It was coming from upstairs. Curiosity, that stupid, fatal human trait, pulled us toward the staircase. Every creaking step we took seemed to make the heartbeat louder, faster. It was like we were climbing into the chest of some giant, sleeping beast. Upstairs, a long hallway was lined with closed doors. The thumping was loudest at the very end of the hall. The door was slightly ajar. A dim, flickering light spilled from the crack. Leo, our self-proclaimed leader, pushed it open. The room was a child's nursery. A single rocking horse sat in the center, swaying back and forth on its own. Thump, thump, thump. It was hitting the wall with each rock. The flickering light came from an old-fashioned music box on a dresser, its tinny melody a discordant lullaby. On the wall, above a small, empty crib, were 5 words scrawled in what looked like dark crayon. "You shouldn't have come here." Panic finally took hold. We turned to run, but the hallway door slammed shut. The music box stopped. The rocking horse froze. And the thumping didn't stop. It just changed. It was no longer a steady beat. It was the frantic, terrified pounding of a heart about to burst. And it wasn't coming from the rocking horse anymore. It was coming from inside the walls, all around us. Then a new sound joined the chorus, a soft, childish giggle that seemed to echo from everywhere and nowhere at once. We pounded on the door, screaming, but it was solid oak. The giggling grew louder, closer. I saw Maya's face, pale in the moonlight streaming through the grimy window. I saw the pure terror in Leo's eyes, and then the lights in our flashlights flickered and died, plunging us into absolute darkness. The giggling was right beside my ear. The last thing I heard was a whisper, a child's voice, sweet and cold as the grave. "Now you get to stay and play with us, forever." The police found our car criterios by the gates of Gardner Manor. They searched the grounds, but they never went inside. Everyone in town just assumes we ran away. They say the manor is still empty, but sometimes, on a quiet night, if you stand by those rusty gates, you can hear it. A faint, rhythmic thumping. And if you listen really, really closely, you might just hear us screaming. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more chills.